once more to Elektro Vox. We're starting our interview with IVARDENSPHERE, How We Left It. If any of you've seen that, go watch it. And I'm also joined by Karkasarus. So thank you for joining me, guys. So Scott, you just played a set at Resistance, which was phenomenal, considering you said that most of your stuff had been left behind by the airport.
Yeah. A number of synthesizers and samplers and drum machines were in the ether. So I have one thing in my backpack which I used to play.
And smashed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known unless you'd actually said. But yeah.
It was pretty janky, but it came together. Punk rock.
If anyone can do it, right? Matt, you can't take a compliment.
Yeah, he's actually so cool about it. Like, yeah, it was nothing, just smashed the set out.
It's definitely the first time I've done visuals and had more gear than the band.
Okay, and Karkasarus, you guys are playing tonight. You are finalising the evening and the festival.
Ruining.
Is there anything special we can expect, or you've probably seen it already, but those viewers at home. But
This is 10 years since we met at Resistance, and then became friends, and we eventually started DJing together, and we're kind of rounding it off. Some of the tracks a bit of a homage to when we actually first came to Tans. So it always had a hardstyle room, and some of those are early hardstyle tracks. So we kind of felt, let's play some old stuff that we don't normally play in our sets.
Yeah,
but
quite different, and it's where I first heard hardstyle was later playing it here. So it's kind of was my introduction was upstairs in the room that we're going to be playing in. So it's really excited to go back, have a taste of that, and then play Disney as usual.
So yeah, it's just a 10-year circle. It's literally where we found each other, listening to the music, and then it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Perfect.
okay, so Scott, your album Ragemaker just did exceptionally well.
Thank you.
Cinematic awesomeness. You have mentioned your plans for the next album. I know it's a bit soon, but what can people expect from your new direction that you've been saying about?
Still deciding, but I have to make a decision between cinematic stuff and going to like hard bass noise kind of thing. And
both.
Depending on when you ask me, I'm like, I'm gonna do the hard bass. I don't want to do the cinematic, but I'm gonna do the hard bass. I gotta do the cinematic. Fuck. So that's
Why not both?
3 minute breaks. You just need 3 minute breaks in every track.
So that's where I'm at right now. Part of me, like I did the cinematic. Part of me wants me to just kind of roll back and just punch out a really filthy electronic album. So
What took you in such a cinematic direction for that album?
everyone else was busy. Jamie was working on Jamie stuff. Yan was doing Yan stuff. So I was like, no, what do I want to do? So I put out something that I've been meaning to do for a while, and it's just cut loose in that direction that neither of those guys are really into. So I was just like,
Is Jan still in his dicking around stage?
Yeah,
Previous interview.
Yeah, it's in the Yaniverse, and sometimes he connects with this universe from the Yaniverse, and amazing things happen when he does.
Jan was born dicking around and die dicking around.
The best kind of industrial. Okay, and you two, you've released a couple of singles that you've made. When are we getting an album from you two guys?
We keep talking about it.
We're working on it.
Then we keep getting in the studio, and then with running Big Cancer and just playing so many gigs, and we don't live near each other. We live 2.5 hours away from each other.
There's 200 miles separation.
So it's not like I can just jump in the studio one night. We're planning on it, but we just
We've got about 5 tracks in progress. So we're looking at it, an EP sort of thing rather than an album. I think with what we're doing, that makes more sense. It's not really album format stuff. And we're looking to keep it quite straight and serious with a bit of a kind of sci-fi horror tinge to it.
The interesting thing though is that as we've sat watching bands this weekend, I've been going, that would be a great sample, that's brilliant, and listening to albums, and then we finished watching Cyrus, and I was like, that bit in the middle, and I checked my phone and Mark had texted me exactly the same, saying, that sample in the middle.
We need Keeper to sing. Keeper's going to sing, so that's all good.
So yeah, it's coming together, just finding time.
And is that going to be all new tracks, or is it going to be things including what you've already released, like
That was
Boomstick?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Check out Boomstick, by the way. Great track by
All for
Karkasarus.
charity.
Hey, fantastic. Now, Scott, you are joining in the Karkasarus tour across the UK in June. Or does it start early? Is it just June?
It's June.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, tell us about that.
We saw the Queen was having a birthday or something,
Yeah.
so we decided we would ruin it. Basically, so we thought, oh, that's a good idea. Let's do something the Goths want to do. So yeah, we kind of had a look. We were going to do 2 nights, Bristol and Leeds, because they're quite close to our friendship groups and kind of our fan base. And then Scott was kind of in Europe, and we were like, do you want to do something? And Scott was like, fuck off. So we went, oh, should we do 3 nights then, because it makes more sense.
Interview's over.
Out. Yeah, and we just decided it was good fun. Do mainly club nights, but the Wednesday night is actually more of a gig night. So we've got kind of we've got Matt Hart, we've got Remy, we've got Brian McCampbell doing DJing as well.
And we're going to do
Singularity.
some unusual stuff for us.
Yeah.
We're going to play, like, London's just going to be pure techno. And we don't play techno.
No.
So we're going to go hard and just
Not
a
so
little bit different anyway. Yeah, just stuff that's kind of a bit experimental, especially with yourself. You know, it just to get the right vibe for the whole event.
Should be every single night will be completely different, is the idea. So even with the two, like us guys that are doing every night, it'll be different sets each time. It'll have a different vibe and feel depending on what's going on.
Get weird with it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Karkasarus experimenting with iVardensPHERE could mean several different things.
Well, did I send you that opener track that I used to do with Bone Dance mixed with propeller head machine gun?
Obviously not.
Sure. Yeah.
Might have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to play
Definitely.
phone dance a lot.
Yeah. Because that's if I went to start at like 110.
Like Portishead
And
and
then
shit,
at
right?
210. Portishead, yeah, not propeller head, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
So individually, how long have you all been into Industrial, and what got you into it?
Last year.
I don't.
I saw it
believe you.
Twitch.
For me, it's literally 10 years. Like, one of my friends went, do you want to go to the Resistance Festival? I was like, don't know what that is. I came. And I've met so many people from it. Probably would have never started DJing, probably would have never met, well, I wouldn't have met anyone here. So, yeah.
College for me, my friend Simon Mitchell got a car with a big sub in it and had to find some music suitable. We were all metalheads. And then he found this industrial music. I thought, I don't like dance music. What's a bit good at this? I like this. And then you went to Infest, Tans as soon as it came, so I've come to every single Tans. And yeah, don't look back since.
There you go.
Origin story!
First heard was Skinny Puppy and Ministry in the late 80s. Started going to the clubs in mid 90s, late 90s. Started DJing the clubs 2001, I think. And then
You were born then, right?
I was
started DJing the clubs around then. DJed until about 2008. That's when I started at IVARDENSPHERE. And yeah, that was now.
Awesome. So, having been at Resistance Festival, what does Resistance Festival mean to each of you?
Alcohol resistance.
Yeah.
Mm.
Strength. Tans is huge for me because we put the first Beat Cancer CD out at Resistance. We ran our first stall here, and from there it built to kind of what it is now. And Leighton's kind of really helped us with that, promoted us, giving us kind of chance to get up on stage and shout bollocks to people about it. So it's really made what we do happen. Wouldn't have happened without Resistance.
It's really all of us just hanging out in the glory that is Leighton.
All praise Leighton.
Yeah.
joy to him. he does a cracking job.
He is a bit of a mini god now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Bless him.
Oh, it's not that short.
Leighton had me over for my first UK gig.
Amazing.
First time I played. Yeah, it was the first time I played overseas at all. And, that was 2013.
Now we can't
Okay.
get rid of it.
Now I'm an infection.
Now you're just sitting in a hotel reception. This guy walks in. Right. Do you guys have any advice that you would give to people in the industrial scene?
I've got one. Get involved. If you want to get involved in your local night or your bands or DJing, just do it.
Yeah.
This scene is one of the magic things of it is if you want to get involved, you can, and that's the lifeblood of what we all do.
Seriously, supporting local, like do everything
Yeah.
local. Local builds international, but it's all built on local.
So like the first band on, Matt Hart played on Friday, and there on the dance floor at the start was Brian from the Gossicles in the middle, and all the other, and it's just such a supportive scene that all the bands are supportive of each other, and we found that we like messaged like Jamie ESA for advice on like some sound design, and yet
He sat up at 3 a.m. tweaking 5 seconds of the last remix we did. Like we sat there on the internet chatting about it, go right, that's just right now, brilliant. Like the dedication people will put into it if you put some effort into it.
And as Beat Cancer, if you want to run a club night in your city or anything, we will help support it as in aid of. So you donate everything to us, but we'll help market it, support it, help you put it on, and take a backseat role, but just help you.
Yeah, these guys did an amazing job helping me set up the first EVM Fest. So if you are interested in your town, you can get on these guys because they're great.
And congratulations for EBN.
Yeah, well done.
That was a phenomenally well run night. So proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm just going to cut in. If you do want to see us in June, Bristol have only got 15 tickets left. So yeah, they're going to sell out pretty quick. Leeds were about 60%. So
Does Bristol have a capacity of 20?
yeah, it's just us.
Yeah, 20, not
Yeah, all those 50 will be refunded by the end of the night.
no one wants to come.
Lastly, guys, do you have anything you'd like to say to your fans?
Thank you.
We have fans. Do we have
Yeah,
fans?
that is
You
right.
have a cult. You have a cult. You have people wearing the inflatable dinosaur suit. You're a cult.
Thank you for spending lockdown, wasting away your Friday nights tuning into GRR Radio and all the streams. Thank you as well for doing your bits that you did through Elektro Vox.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
did an amazing set online for us in
that
April
kept me
nights.
sane.
Insane.
Which kept me sane.
What
No.
insane.
I think it's thank you for turning up, whether it's you can't get out and you just support us online, people who donate money to Beat Cancer, anything really. It's just been a whirlwind of
That
the
lets us
last
do what
3
we want
years.
to do.
But we also come up with absolute mad ideas and they just keep allowing us to do it, and just every time.
Oh yeah, so what's wrong with you? That's what we want to say.
But basically, thank you.
Anything from yourself, Scott?
For fans, but you guys make this all happen. You make it work. So whatever you're doing, do exactly that because it's working.
All right. Well, thank you very much, guys, for joining me.
No problem.
Thank
And
you.
thank you for tolerating me.